The girls on Instagram love this hair and asked for a tutorial, so it's time I introduce you guys. So I'm starting out with freshly washed hair. It looks a bit crazy, but that's okay. I'm going to use some leave-in conditioner here. This is from Imbue. This leave-in is the truth. It's specially formulated for type 4 hair. It leaves it really soft and gives great slip. Applying this makes it easier to part my hair so I can do my cornrow pattern. I'm separating my hair in half behind my ears to start cornrowing. So in the front, I'm doing straight cornrows going back, and in the back, I'm doing half U shapes so that my hair will lay completely flat so I can put it in different styles. You'll see when we get further into the video. So with that front cornrow, I'm going to cornrow all the way around into a half U shape. And then I do the same on the other side. Then I take those two cornrows and I use my crochet hook to twist them around each other. And I repeat that process going all the way up my head. And this is what the end result looks like. You can see that in the front I've taken two cornrows, and towards the back I've put it into one. Okay, so that's the braiding pattern. Now it's time to start the crochet braids. I have the hair right here. They are on clip-ins, they're on bundles, but we're not going to be doing that today. We're going to be cutting the hair off and popping it on like crochet braids. The reason why I'm doing it that way is because I want to have real hair that I can curl and twist. I don't want to do it with Marley hair because that takes too long, and I want it to look as natural as possible. I want it to be able to revert back to its natural state when I'm washing it, all of that good stuff. So that is why I am deciding to do it with actual human hair so that it lasts longer, I can keep it in, and I can be more versatile with it and do lots more styles. But I've never done it before. It's just something that occurred to me, like, why don't I just try doing it with human hair? And I have all these wigs and all these clip-ins that I never use anymore. So upcycling a bundle of wish me luck. I will be showing you the steps, of course, of what I do, trial and error and everything. I'll bring the best clips to you so that this can be a tutorial. But I'm giving a tutorial as I go, as I'm discovering for myself, which is weird. But you know, I'm the crochet queen. Like I've been doing this. That's how I started the channel, so I'm sure it's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna take a piece of the hair off of the track using a razor. You can use your scissors if you like. And then I tease and fray the ends of the strands that I cut to make sure it's not a blunt cut. When I put it in my hair, I don't want it to be flat. I want to have ends. The ends just look more natural to me if they actually have ends rather than just being really blunt. And it will mean that the hair is not as thick and you won't have to do any shedding at the end. I grab that strand, I put my crochet hook through my braid. Once it's through, I grab the loop and I get both strands and pull them through the loop. I do that twice. And then I grab my crochet needle, put it underneath my cornrow, and I pull one strand through the crochet hook and under my hair. So that means that there'll be one strand above the cornrow and one strand under the cornrow. If you've done crochet braids before, you know that this is called an invisible part. And I'm doing it at the back of my hair basically because I want to be able to put my hair up without having a braid showing at the back. I repeat that process for the entire length of the back braid. Then I noticed that I could do something really cool to cut my time in half. Watch this. Okay, I've done some of the back. I haven't finished this row yet, but that's okay. I just wanted to show you guys something. So, you guys know that I'm working with these clip-ins. Now obviously I could just take these clip-ins and literally just clip them in to my braids, right? I could do that. But the whole point is that I want this to last. I want this to be on my hair for the next, I don't know, 6 to 8 weeks. I don't want to have to do my hair every day. I could take this bundle and crochet this bundle of hair straight on like this. The only problem is, I'm just wondering if I do that, how likely is it to going to lay flat? Like completely flat when I want to, you know, when I want to style it out, when I want to put my hair up in a bun, or I don't want to have it down all the time. How likely is it to lay flat? So I go ahead and cut off those clips, being very careful not to damage the weft of the track. And then I crochet braid that track right onto my head. Using the exact same method, I put my crochet hook underneath my braid, and then I grab a section of that track, and then I loop it over the cornrow, put my crochet needle back under my braid, and pull that strand taut. So it makes a loop around the weft of the track and my cornrow. I do that 3 or 4 times, securing it, and then make a loop and pull. Basically exactly how you would do a normal crochet braid. This method is much easier than cutting the hair off and making individual crochet braids. I secured the weft to that row using that method, only 6 crochets. Whereas if I was doing it normally, it would probably take me at least 10 to 15 individual crochet braids to fill up that row. You can see that the next section of hair that I'm going to use to secure the weft to my cornrow is a little further away than the last one. You can leave a little section and continue going. Make sure to pull the hair taut though. For the front of my hair, I used the exact same method for the first crochet braid that I put in at the back. So how we do that, we grab the crochet needle, put it under the cornrow, pull the hair through the braid. Both strands go through the loop twice. Then I grab my crochet needle again under the cornrow and pull 1 strand through. So you'll end up with 1 strand on top of the cornrow and 1 strand below the cornrow. This I saw on TikTok and I wanted to try it out. I saw a lady put her needle through the front of her cornrow and pull the hair through to create baby hairs in the front and also to hide the cornrows that come through at the front. I can't remember her name at the moment, but if I find the video again, I'll put a link to it in the description bar. Don't pull this too tight, otherwise you'll risk ending up putting too much tension on the front of your hair and causing breakage. Then you're going to want to crochet braid over that as normal to make sure you secure that loop in the front. To finish off the rest of the front, I just continue using that invisible part method that we used earlier. And that's pretty much it for the crochet braiding. Now we need to start shedding the hair. I didn't crochet braid all the way to the front of my scalp just because I didn't want to put extra tension, but that's what that extra braid in the front is for. So now I go ahead and take my shedding comb and I shed some of the front of the hair. Then with a rat tail comb, I back comb the front of the hair and pull it forward. This creates the little baby hair and fuzz in the front that's going to hide those cornrows. Okay, now that's done, I can go ahead and get to the fun part, which is styling. I'm now going to straighten this hair. You don't have to straighten it. That's the whole point of having this type of hair, because it's supposed to mimic afro hair that's blown out, and it has a lot more texture, so it's not bone straight. I think this looks much more realistic. You can use any kind of hair you like, but this type of hair is easier to keep the knots in. I go ahead and straighten out the rest of the hair. The hair's been tamed a little more, and because of the way that I did the crochet braids, it's already naturally into layers, so I don't need to do too much styling or cutting, but I am going to cut the ends and just straighten them off a little bit because they are looking a little raggedy. But you can see the ends here are not bulky, and that's because I frayed the ends. I had to turn to look into the mirror here to do it properly so I could see what I was doing. And that is it. Time to get dolled up. It looks so good when it's properly styled. I did this with some pin curls. And if you wash it out, it goes right back to that afro blowout state. You can achieve crochet braids for free using any old hair you've got lying around. This will work with whichever hair you've got, even if it's not human hair. If you do intend to curl the hair using heat styling tools, then you would need to make sure that that hair is heat safe. The last thing you want is hair melting away in your curlers, or God forbid, into your actual scalp. Remember I used the invisible part method all around my head? This is why. You can wear this hair up, and it looks pretty good too if you ask me. You could even do a leave out in the front if you wanted to, and then you could wear this hair in a low ponytail with laid edges. And let me know if you try this out. I want to see all your photos. Send them to me on Instagrams. Thanks for watching. Bye.